Hello, everybody. It is I, Zach, and today I've got a very special and fun interview with some very special and fun people over at the Random Encounters team.
Where are they?
I thought you said you had fun and interesting people.
Are they hidden from us? Are they in the walls?
They're after us. That's right.
We can go find some. I'm sure somebody's out on the street.
There you go.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
pulled some guest stars today. Hey, Zach, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you all doing?
Are hanging in there. We're working on the next musical. We have to re-render some things that didn't quite look right when they came. So there's a little bit of work going on still, but we are happy to have a brief break to spend with you.
Yeah, thank you guys, because I know this conversation has been quite a few months in the works, so I do thank you guys for taking the time to actually, sit and chat for a little bit.
We're
Yeah, no
happy to
problem.
be here.
Yeah, it's given us time to collect our thoughts a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, because this musical, Dandy's World, is definitely coming out before this interview comes out, so it'll be kind of weird to talk about the music in pretense, even though it's out now for everyone. Go watch it!
Woo-hoo! Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Yeah, I've definitely seen it. Yeah. Woo.
What did you think of that twist ending?
Yeah, I love the part where that thing happened.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Dandy's World in general, so yeah, I mean, Nate's the new Flowey, and that's all I know. So
You're about to learn, my friend.
Oh, I can't wait. So, for people who maybe don't know who you are, I guess we'll start with Gwen and work our way over to Nate. I actually want each of you to give your name, some of the iconic characters you've played, and your favorite thing about working with RE, typical icebreaker.
Aw, I like that. My name is Gwen. I think I'm probably best known for things like Circus Baby or Amy Rose or Six from Little Nightmares, maybe Little Misfortune. Random Encounters is a really fun place to work because you're doing a different thing every day, which is something that I feel like I was looking for before Random Encounters, where I really wanted that new challenge all the time, a little bit of a, just unexpected fun every day, and Random Encounters really delivers.
Okay.
Perfect.
It sure does. I'm AJ, and I have been here since day one. That's how old I am, and I work on all the songs. I'm in a lot of the videos. I guess the one that you probably recognize me from, I don't know. I'm like everybody in kindergarten, so I'm just like, take your pick. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog and our Sonic stuff.
I'm Bonnie Bunny, but you wouldn't recognize me because you don't look like him, actually.
Yeah, I've done a lot. And I enjoy Random Encounters because it gives me the chance to tell stories about video games, which is even better. It gives me a chance to write music, and I love music, and musical theater stuff, and I love getting to interact with our community. So at the end of the process, when you're done with your story, getting to watch people experience it and talk about it, that's one of my favorite parts of the job, I think.
Perfect.
And I'm Nate. You probably recognize me as Baldy, or Granny, or any other random monster that probably chases Gwen, or Dr. Eggman in Sonic, or Super Mario. But I've been a lot of different characters as well, and a little bit of the same reason I like working here is kind of on board with Gwen is every month usually is a different project, so if you get kind of tired of one project, usually the next project is there to be different, and different costumes, different sets, different, problem solving and all that. And I do appreciate the fact that it's not your typical, wake up at 4 a.m. to drive 2 hours to work and be there for 8 hours and then drive 2 hours home and then just go to sleep immediately and start it all over again. So
That's true.
Not having that typical 9 to 5 experience is really nice as
You
well.
get to stay up all night working instead.
Woohoo!
Much better.
Yes, but if I want to take an hour and a half break in the middle of my day to
Sure.
just flop on the couch or something,
That's true.
I can do that. I can't do that if I go work
Sounds
at an office.
so
I can't
relaxing.
fight it.
Oh, it is.
So.
Oh, that's perfect. So we're gonna ask you guys a bunch of questions, and I've actually got a couple little fun games that I'm gonna throw in, kind of in between, because I know these first few questions, a couple of them are actually kind of a little heavy, kind of from the content creation perspective.
Okay.
So, and then we'll get into a little fun game that'll kind of lighten things up, and we'll keep things fresh. We keep things fresh here.
Sure.
So, firstly, now this question, I guess, would more so specifically be directed to AJ and Nate. But Gwen, you can, if it relates to you as well, you are also welcome to answer. Because I know from some of the talks I've had with you, AJ, that we actually kind of grew up towards the same area, which I won't say exactly where. But I want to ask, because obviously you guys moved out to California to where obviously most of your channel life is spent. Why did you decide to move out to California?
Well, we did film school at Ithaca College in Ithaca, New York. That's a rough city in New York State. It is not close to New York City, for anybody who doesn't know. But the film school is way, almost at the polar end of the United States of America, thousands of miles away. But after finishing film school, moving to Los Angeles, where Hollywood is and a lot of the big studios are, made a lot of sense to try to find film and television production work. So that's really, I think, we even did I did a program out in California here while I was still attending college that basically give me internship opportunities with different filmmakers in the area. So yeah, that's basically what dragged me out to California here.
And then for Nate, would it be AJ that dragged you out?
I feel that's kind of the crux of it. I moved out after graduating as well. Eventually, job market was kind of iffy, so I moved back to New York.
It always is.
Always is, yeah. And then I obviously came back years later when the channel was making enough money to get me back out here to work full time. But I do think the original, crux of moving out here was the fact that it is where like the film and the TV industry are. And I mean, at least for me and AJ, we both never came out here intending to make YouTube it wasn't the end goal of what we wanted to do. It just kind of happened to be there's not many jobs in the film and TV that are hiring. And if they are, they're not like the kind of jobs we want, like the creative side. They're more like, go get us coffee, go do this. And eventually you just kind of are like, I'm going to do my own thing since I'm not finding a foothold in the other thing, so...
Yeah, it's a lot of like paperwork, insurance, taxes, casting stuff, agency work. So that's the kind of direction that a lot of film jobs start trying to funnel you, even if you're on set to start with a walkie-talkie and you're like, wow, I'm the big time now. It doesn't last. They start trying to why don't you go sit in the office all day? Why don't you type up this thing and print those and fold those and staple those? And suddenly you're kind of just doing office work, but it's technically for a film production company. And it's not even just the coffee thing. You really kind of fall out of everything associating with creative types at some point if you're not careful. And that's kind of where I was going to ask you, Gwen, how did you get to California?
How did I get to California?
Without film school, without Hollywood really mattering to you.
Yeah, I feel like I moved almost the same distance. I also was from the East Coast, slightly further south. But it really was a culture thing to me, I think. There's plenty of wonderful, fun people on the East Coast. Obviously, we all got our starts in the arts and stuff over there, and there's lots of people trying over there. But the thing is that when you come over here, especially to the LA area, you really can't walk 2 steps without running into someone who either wants to be an actress or a singer or just thinks the idea of filming is cool and would love to dabble in it given the opportunity. And there's just such a fun air of excitement and collaboration and stuff over here, which I don't think I knew for sure was going to be here when I showed up, but I liked that feeling better than I grew up around the Washington DC area, and that's just a lot more like, oh, we'll all grow up and wear business suits, and not, oh, we'll all grow up and make movies.
Yeah, I don't know if I can imagine Gwen in a very professional, like politician in DC making all the legislature.
Oh,
I could bet you playing one though.
Sure.
For a music
I'll play
video?
one.
Oh, yeah.
But probably
yeah.
I'll be evil or something. I don't know.
Probably, yeah. I think you'd
Brandishing a knife, I've seen
Yes.
quite a few, or throwing chainsaws, or, whatever you do.
the usual stuff.
And kind of building off of that a little bit, it's kind of the same question for all of you, but worded kind of differently. So what made you initially decide to make/join RE all those years back?
Ooh.
So as Nate kind of touched on, desperation. But desperation not for money, desperation for fulfillment creatively, of going, I really want to make things, and the job industry will not give me the ability to do the things that I love and the things that I think, frankly, I'm good at. So having to start to do those on the side with some friends was really the driving point. There was, I think, a graduation, though, of recognizing what would do well on the internet as well. Because there were plenty of short films that Nate and I grew up doing, and I was doing, around my jobs and stuff that were not hitting. They weren't really reaching an audience. And it was the Sonic the Hedgehog 19th birthday contest that Sega was. 19 is such a weird year,
Yeah,
what were they
true.
doing?
I don't know why they
What
were
were you
doing a
trying to do
19th
that?
birthday, not like a 20th, but
Yeah.
yeah, like I said earlier, I had moved out to LA briefly after graduating, and I lived with AJ, and that was when Sega did their 19th birthday contest, and we're like, oh, we could enter this, we could maybe win this. Like, we did a lot of filming of stuff, obviously, in high school and college. I'm like, I think we could have a pretty good shot. And, we won, and then that was kind of the end of it at that point. I moved out, like, there's no jobs, I got to leave for financial stability, and then that's what springboarded him and Peter into starting the channel. Being like, well, this thing that me and Nate kind of did, a year ago for this contest, that people really liked that. There could be a market for.
Yeah, what if we do that with Pokemon?
Yeah, what if you do that with Pokemon or Mario or
Pac-Man?
Mass Effect?
Dead Space. Wait, not the.
But
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Those, I think, realizing that audiences wanted that content more was a driving reason of going, I should keep making those. I should do that for every game.
This was also, this was way before I feel like nerdcore is as saturated as it is now.
That is so true.
There was not much back then. I'm like, Smosh.
Yeah, they'd done some rap
Epic
songs.
Rap Battle existed, but they're not really gaming. They're kind of just whatever.
Yeah, you might get like the
So-
Mario Brothers and the Wright Brothers kind of thing, but
Yeah.
very little outside of like here and there. Yeah, it was very sparse back then still. It's a good question. Did you have a...
Gwen?
Why I
'cause I know,
joined?
Yeah.
yeah, because you joined for Senpai, right? Was that your first time?
Yes,
Senpai
so
Noticed Me? Was that
Senpai
your
Noticed
first
Me
one?
was my first ever musical, and I think the story has been out and about for years now, but basically Peter messaged me and was like, hey, do you want to come get murdered? And I was like, yeah, sounds
Boy,
like
do
a
I
fun
ever.
time. Except for, actually, I said it much more sincerely because it did sound like a fun time. And I was out of work at the time and bored. And so it was a lovely day. Like, honestly, that film shoot was just so incredibly fun. Everybody on it was such a great person to hang out with. I made so many friends that day. And after that, I kind of feel like it was just a very natural progression of hanging out with AJ as much as I was, which, of course, we were starting to date around that time. And, showing up and helping out on film shoots was actually, I feel like, part of our dating life.
It's part of our married life as well.
Just a bit, just a
feel
little
like
bit.
Rather than it being a conscious decision on my part, of I choose this place in particular, it was more like Random Encounters fell into my lap, and it was the kind of thing I could not say no to. It was way too fun.
You can't get me to stop doing it.
Yeah, I was hogtied. I couldn't get out. Help me.
Help me. Blink twice if you need help.
No, I loved every minute of it. Honestly, saying they were our dates. Really, it did feel like dates. It felt like a fun way to come together, have a joint project that we were working on, but also get to know each other, laugh with each other, work with each other. I can't tell other people to use this model of dating because I don't know how else you do it, but it worked great for me.
Dating advice with Gwen.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Okay, so I got a couple deeper questions that are more like the struggles of running a YouTube channel.
Okay.
That especially as someone who's smaller content creator. It's one of those questions I feel like not a lot of people would think to ask because they see you and they think, oh, it's Baldy, and there's it's they don't think about the actual behind.
That's exactly what they do.
Because especially as a Patreon supporter, if you want to go check out Ari on Patreon, but seeing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, it makes me want to ask what's the absolute hardest part about running a YouTube channel, whether it's fighting the algorithm or anything with the video making process.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to change person to person. Everybody here, though, probably has a unified view in some degree.
I would say, personally, the thing that jumps to my head is YouTube itself and the ever-changing nature of what actually pops off and what it's every musical is kind of a lottery ticket sometimes. Even when you make something that's Lethal Company, for example, is a more recent one. That game was really popular. Everybody was playing it. We were like, oh, this is going to be one that people are all about, and we released a musical on it that we loved. We're really proud of it, but it kind of just tanked. It didn't do very well. and then somebody like Stoops releases a a Lethal Company project as well, and theirs does really well. So you're kind of like.
I was going to mention Stupendium because that's Cult of the Lamb as well.
Yeah.
The Stupendium's... I would just want to say, we love everything the Stupendium does. So this is definitely not hey, wait a second, that wasn't good enough to... no. The Stupendium's videos got the right number of views, I think.
Yeah,
They deserved millions
It's
of
a
views.
commentary mostly on YouTube's system of, we did the same thing. We made a song about a game. It appeals to the same audiences, so... Why does YouTube pick someone else's to be popular? Which I'm glad they do. I'm glad somebody's getting success out there. But why?
Why that video gets several million views. This video gets not even 500,000 views.
I was thinking sort of on the track you said earlier about how you started YouTube because not for the money, but because you wanted to do something creative.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important aspect to having a YouTube channel is don't get in it for the money. Do it for something you love, because when you hit those hard times where the stuff is not doing the numbers you want it to do and you're not making as much money as you used to make, you still have to love what you're doing, because we still like making projects. We still enjoy them. So even though something like we said, Meet the Quota, the Lethal Company song, didn't perform as well, we all liked making that project. It was fun. It was a good experience. The song's a banger.
It's a great video too. I really like that one personally.
Thank you. I want to throw in, kind of piggybacking off of that it does happen eventually, it seems like, to everyone, where even if it's not long-term, everybody spends time and effort on something that they feel disappointed in the reception to. I know it's happened to Charlie. I know it's happened to Markiplier. I know that In Space with Markiplier was such a big deal for Mark, and how much wind was sucked out of his sails by how little YouTube actually shared it, which is just wild. Because this is the culmination of a whole series he's done that did so well. And I know it continues to burn him a little bit that some of his top videos that are really, really successful are ones that he made just kind of without a whole lot of planning or effort. And the ones that he spent, he literally is breaking his back over these and goes, YouTube, what's with the impression count so low? What's with do you know how much money we spent to bring this to fans? Yeah. And so it does happen to everybody, and you have to be able to move on when YouTube disappoints you, and inevitably everyone at some point will be disappointed by YouTube. The question is just how many times.
That's kind of, you look at some of our biggest successes of Baldi and Granny, those were not super intense passion projects that we put a lot of time into, and we're we like what we made.
Yeah.
We're happy and everything with them. But Baldi was, we didn't even know we were going to make that. We were just kind of at E3 or whatever.
Yeah.
Being this weird Baldi game is popular. And Peter's on a little hiatus right now. Let's just throw together a Baldi music because people seem to want it. Same with Granny. And, they're super popular. They're, our highest rated things on the channel, whereas some of the stuff that got a lot more production value in it, a lot more time and effort spent on it, kind of didn't do as well as you want them to do.
That's just YouTube.
What was your answer, Gwen?
I feel like I nodded along with literally everything you guys said. I feel like the hardest part of YouTube is that figuring out how to go from putting in all the work on First Nights at Freddy's and not getting the result you wanted, and picking up the pieces to move on to Mita and still making something fun and awesome, but a little bit easier. That in-between period of coming off of a project that you cared so much about and didn't get the response you wanted and into the next project, I think those are my hardest days.
Can I actually put two keywords in here? I was thinking that comparison is a thing that people don't talk about on YouTube, but it feeds into all of this.
Yes.
Comparison, either with yourself or other people's videos, can be really hard on the platform. You can see the graph, the numbers that say how well someone is performing that isn't you. And you can't get that in just everyday life, walking down the street, oh, that person is this many views more beautiful than I am, or that many more views, intelligent. You don't get those kind of scales, but on YouTube you do. And kind of hand in hand with that is, I'm going to call it gaslighting. There's a little bit of a self-confidence problem related to comparison on YouTube, where you go, what went wrong? Is it me? Am I not as good at what I think I am as I think I am?
Well, it doesn't help that YouTube themselves are pretty coy, not great about being transparent with how their system works.
Coy is so cute.
Coy.
They're so cute.
They consistently try to tell you that, it's not the algorithm, it's your audience. It's this. But when you look at the hard numbers and you see the data yourself, you can be like, it's totally your algorithm. Like, you're
Yeah.
not putting this thing in front of eyes that it
Yeah.
belongs into.
They choose the audience.
Yeah,
so,
you choose
Yeah.
the audience. You're like,
Yeah.
why are you putting my music videos in front of people that watch, like, I don't know, car repair videos, or like,
Yeah.
why are you feeding it to them? That's obviously
Yeah.
the wrong
And
And
audience.
why are
then
you
blame
feeding me
you.
the car repair?
Yeah,
What's going
because
on?
their solution is find out what your audience in quotes, likes to watch, and make content more like those videos. So if they're into car repairs, YouTube's thing is going to be make some car repair musicals. And the Venn diagram for people that love fixing cars and love musicals isn't really there, and especially not with the Random Encounters, 4 million fans that we've built up over 10 years.
Okay,
So-
but Baldy and Granny repair an engine coming soon.
I would watch it, but I'm saying
Baldy's big auto repair shop. Oh,
I would not drive a car that Baldy fixed.
well, it
Wouldn't
only
happen.
costs a shiny quarter to fix.
Yeah, I mean, especially, I know it's a YouTube thing, because the amount of times, like, I'll go, like, and I'll see, like, because naturally, like, when I'm watching a musical, or like, if I'm on, like, TikTok or something, you'll see the comments, like, oh, they should do, like, another, like, FNAF thing, because, like, they'll only have seen, like, the supercut, or Nights 1 through 5, whatever, and they haven't seen, even as far as, like, Ground Zero, or, like, Web of Lies, it's, like it's not pushed to them, and it's, like,
No.
it's...
I'm still
It's
responding to
sad.
comments that are like, hey, what are you doing making new musicals? You still owe us more FNAF. You promised us more FNAF. And we're like, we did. It's there.
You got a whole movie.
Yeah, it's really shocking that, again, when you get to the point where fans are actually engaging with the channel to complain about not getting videos from us that actually did get made, and YouTube couldn't figure it out. They could not deduce that this person here leaving comments about these videos didn't want to see videos about them. That's the kind of, like, disconnect that it hurts. And you're going to find lots of people out there giving the feedback of, it's a you problem, you need to make better content, it's your thumbnails, you're not making good thumbnails, SEO, pay better attention to your metadata. You're
more
gonna
shorts.
Yeah, you're going to hear so many things that are all you broke it, you did something wrong, because people just don't believe it till it's happening to them, that sometimes YouTube is just mixed up.
And those are all valid things to try. And to be
Absolutely.
like, I want to try and fix it myself. I want to try out some new things. I want to try out other stuff. But after you've tried all of them, it's okay to be like, well, I guess I'm waiting on YouTube to change something.
You can start to see the pieces and go, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. So the majority of cases, I do believe when somebody's like, I just started a channel and it didn't get watched. It's YouTube shadow banning me, right? There's a million cases of that, and almost all of them are probably content related still.
Yeah.
But to say it's not possible to have a complete algorithmic mix up, that also feels ignorant to me, having lived this kind of experience.
Yeah.
Exactly, because I know that one of, like, in recent memories, I think one of, like, a musical that always, like, really stood out to me in really recent years, I feel like didn't get the attention it really deserved, was 2. Because the production behind that musical was insane. Like, I could obviously see the behind the scenes, but then also the musical itself was just so well produced, like the effects and how close it was to the game. Like, I think I've seen people, like, saying, like, oh, like Where's My Own Little Nightmare 2? It's like they and it's like freaking, like,
It's literally
stellar.
called 2.
Yeah. Like, it couldn't be more obvious about it being a sequel.
Yeah. No, I loved that project so much. Pretty sure it'll go down in history as being one of the hardest things we've ever done,
Yeah.
but also very, very much what we wanted by the time it came out. And yeah, everyone should go watch it, and Lethal Company, and we'll just keep making a list as we go. Like,
Honestly, because I throughout the questions I have, I give some shout outs to what I think are some underrated musicals, because I wanted to give them
Nice.
some love.
excellent.
And speaking of, well, this one's not really underrated, but, like, this is a question relating to a certain musical, because there is one video, especially now as, someone who's, like, does a little bit of content creation, that actually got me emotional. I remember watching this is a random one, but behind the scenes of the Arkham Rock Opera, you know where this is going, where at the very end, when Peter thought he lost all the footage from that day's production, because I've made, like, my little videos where it's like I had files get corrupted, or something wasn't recording, or the lighting was bad, and I had to re-record a bunch, and I know that, like, not just the annoyance of it, but, like, for you guys, the fear of, like, because you guys have the whole cast that, like, you have the huge, like, at least 10-person cast of all the different villains. Like, I wanted to know, well, firstly, obviously, I know, AJ, I think you were the only one there of you three at that time, so I want to know your mindset of that day, and if there's been other days where you've had lots, because I remember you talked about with First Nights at Freddy's, with one of the days where you thought you lost footage and had to get it, like, replaced or something, that, like, Eloise had to, like, add in effects or something, like a shot you think you had or whatever. So, like, I want to know, like, if, like, how often that happens, and if any musicals have actually had to be delayed or canceled because of it.
Well, thankfully, I want to say every musical did come out by the end if we had shot the footage for it. I think that's accurate, and I'm so sorry to you because of the creator pressure of doing a bunch of work and then losing footage or having files corrupt and having to do all these, like, emergency workarounds. It's terrible, and it really does happen to everybody. So my condolences to you, my friend.
It flat out sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It flat out sucks.
And you don't know what to do. You panic, and you're like, how much am I throwing it all away? What am I going to do with it? Arkham was a really tough day that way because, again, you were all the whiplash of being celebratory. We did so many shots today, and everybody looks amazing. And then finding out you don't have footage of anyone, but you did so many cool things, and now you're like, well, I can't get everybody back again. What are we going to do? And, thankfully, again, like, Peter was able to get some tools and stuff. For my part of that, I feel like I got switched, like, in the headspace into keep everybody cool and convince everybody that this is going to be fine, that it'll be here. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. So much of the, like, snap denial kicks in, right, of going, like, Peter's the logistics guy, so he's going to figure it out if anyone is going to. And I am not the logistics guy, so my job is to make everybody not panic and be like, hey, you did a great job today and you look swell. Can't wait to work together again. Have a great night. So yeah, in a funny way, I think God shielded me a little bit from the emotional turmoil of that situation. But I could see it through Peter, and I think he spent 24, 36 hours or something in LA crashing on somebody's couch, feverishly, like, Googling the heck out of this situation and, like, dragging files back from the nether realm. And I think he got everything but maybe 2 shots. And they were shots I want to say we had coverage of. So I just could not believe that this card that had nothing on it all of a sudden secretly had everything if you were able to get the right tools and pull it all back again. But so scary. The closest I was the cat footage from our Sonic the Movie musical. That never came back.
That, I feel like, so yeah, that's for reference on that, our Sonic the musical movie trailer stuff, we did have so much footage of the Big the Cat section where he sings about finding Froggy. We talked about potentially releasing it someday just as a standalone video for, like, a Friday that we didn't have content for. Like, throw the Big the Cat song out there. Mm-hmm. But that came at, there was a certain section of months, I want to say a whole year, but around the time Peter was leaving until, like, after he was fully gone, there's just a certain time frame where we don't have the backup of the footage anymore. So for what we do after every musical now going forward, and what we did, I think for the most part back then, was you grab it all off the Dropbox, you grab all the files off of the desktops, whatever, all the footage that was filmed, you put it on a drive, it's all there. That way, if you ever need to open the project up again, you should just be able to relink it all, and it's all there. But we were going back and making textless versions of our songs, so we just basically just disabled the subtitles. Because we like to use that in, behind-the-scenes content.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, Battle Royale, where we don't want subtitles burned in.
Shorts now, more often
and
shorts.
Nowadays, we do have a habit of pretty much every time after we export the video, the next day I'll export the textless one and just, it's done. But there was definitely a time frame where we don't have any of the footage for some of the musicals for some reason. Sonic is one of them.
Mario Brothers might be one?
Mario Bros might be one of them. I know, like, Sally Face, I think,
Baldi's
is one of them.
Big Zoo
Baldi's Big Zoo is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for some reason you go into the archive and it was like,
no
oh, the premiere project is here, but there's no footage. I'm like, well, that's not useful.
Yeah.
So I think within, I don't know, the mix-up of him leaving and is a busy time, they got married, a lot of stuff going on. I think there's just, for some reason, 3, 4, 7 months or whatever of musicals just don't have a backup.
Yeah.
So
YouTube, keep those ones up. Don't take them down,
I mean, we've got the finished project done.
Yeah, that's true.
But sometimes you will see that there are musicals that get like footage of them shown in like battle royale stuff, where either the subtitles are still on the bottom, or like the shot has been like zoomed in, and it doesn't look like the original musical. And those are the ones where you're working with something that you either need to have the subtitles still be there, or you have to zoom it in and be like, it is what it is. So
yeah, I was thinking about the First Nights at Freddy's stuff with Eloise.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, so that was, we were filming things out of order, which is very unusual for us. And we realized that there was something that was supposed to be in the shot. Basically, we were filming the section right after Pan Stan gets taped to the
Taking
wall.
Back Fazbear song.
The Taking Back Fazbear song. And the tape. Pan Stan isn't supposed to be there, but the tape is supposed to be there. And we filmed the entire Taking Back Fazbear song without the tape there. And then I think actually took a break for Thanksgiving, I think is what we were doing. And like over Thanksgiving dinner, AJ is thinking and going, there's supposed to be tape on the wall.
We didn't put tape on the wall. That entire scene's missing tape on the wall.
We went back, we refilmed parts of it, which thankfully we were able to do. Except then we lost the card that we did the reshoot on. So we had the exact same problem, except for months later when we no longer had access to the set or help or a whole bunch of other things. And then Eloise thankfully was like, oh, well, I'll put some tape in there for you.
Yeah, we had a reference photo. Is that what
Yeah,
you said?
we had a reference photo that of the tape on the wall that she basically just went into Photoshop, pulled the tape itself out of the photo, and then rotoscoped and comped it into all the shots that needed it. Looked great. You would have never probably noticed.
And I think there are one or two shots.
Yeah, there's one or two in there, but yeah, basically in the few final weeks of...
It was like the last couple days.
The last couple days of Taking Back Fazbear's.
AJ was looking for something else. I don't remember what.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Yeah, it had gotten put into the archive folder on the drive of the project, but it hadn't been put into like the active folders, like on my computer or his computer. I don't know. I think you maybe might have been looking for alternate angles, or I don't know what he was looking
like
for.
That, probably.
But then he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, remember that footage that we had Eloise comp some tape into? I found that." I was like, "Well, I'd rather her have done it and not need it than find out she needed to do it in like 2 days."
It's
that was literally like a year later, though. That's that level of like it was gone for like a year, and all of a sudden in the final hours, oh, here it is.
There was a report. That was the best part, is that we filmed a report doing that. And so there was a very lost report for our Patreon that a year later went up and people got to see.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
All right, so that's all of the, I guess, more depressing questions I had.
Oh, no, I like depressing questions. They're fine. People need to be, like, your feelings are valid.
Yeah, like, I thought it'd be, like, more interesting to go in depth about some of the hardships, because it's not all sunshines and lollipops and rainbows. It's a lot of hard stuff as well.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
I wish it was.
So, I thought I would lighten things up with a little quick game that I wanted to do with you guys. I think you guys have played this on one of your live streams before, so I figured I was like, we can do it. Kiss, Marry, Kill with your characters. I thought so. I've chosen 3 of AJ's characters, 3 of Gwen's characters, 3 of Nate's characters, and some miscellaneous characters. I'm gonna go through each set of characters one by one, and you can just say which one you'd kiss, which one you'd marry, which one you kill. And I made sure to choose some interesting characters.
Alrighty.
So let's start with AJ's characters. Kiss, marry, kill, Enos, Clefairy, or the Milkman from That's Not My Neighbor.
Alright, we're killing the Milkman. Just straight up. As much as Clefairy sounds funny to like throw off a cliff. We marry Enos, I think. This is weird. Why do I kiss Clefairy? I don't like this.
It's like a buddy Pokemon.
This is the smash or pass like Pokemon thing.
Hey, you kiss like your cat and stuff.
Okay, that's fair.
Kiss a Pokemon. And be like, hey, who's a good cat? Like, who's a good boy?
Okay,
okay. Oh, I love you, cat. Or
okay.
I love you,
yeah, it feels way better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it says kiss doesn't mean it has to be
like, kiss.
It doesn't have to be like a romantic, like full-on
me and Clefairy making out, hot and heavy in the corner. Yikes. Whew.
It's horrifying.
I don't like this game very much already. ZakPak.
God. Okay, then let's go to Gwen's characters then, I guess. Unless you two, unless okay.
I think we're all on the same page with AJ's answers.
Perfect. Okay, Gwen's characters I think is a little more interesting. We got Info-chan, we got Yuri, and we got Circus Baby.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Well,
One's a
they're
robot,
all-
one's an encyclopedia, and one has a knife. So
Yeah. There feels like there's like an obligation to treat the one with the knife nicely. Or maybe not. Maybe there's an obligation to get rid
This
of
is a problem. I've got 3 really juicy ones here, but I don't know that I want to be in cahoots with any of them.
Yeah, I feel like whereas AJ was like, oh, like the milkman's gotta go, I'm like, which of these could I stand being married to? Okay, I think the correct answer, I think it's marry Circus Baby.
Did I just make an expression?
Kiss Infochan and kill Yuri.
Wow, Yuri's a
thinking-
child.
I was thinking, marry Circus Baby, kiss Yuri, kill Infochan, because Infochan would be so annoying.
Infochan is too dangerous to marry, for sure. Like,
And-
she's
like,
gonna
you
blackmail
look
the
at
heck
Baby
out of
doesn't
you.
have, I feel like, inherently, like, if you take her away from, she's just got, like, PTSD and trauma. I'm like,
Yeah, but as a human, is she gonna try to kill you every 2 seconds?
Nah,
She'll like
That's
wake up in
true.
the middle of the night with glowing
true.
green eyes
she
and stand over
only
the bed.
she only tried to kill humans that were hurting animatronics, other than the ones that
Everybody, everyone in the lab, literally every
they
single
were
one of them.
They were
hurting
hurting
animatronics.
animatronics.
Well, what human did she meet that she? Oh, okay, no.
Chaz is fine.
You're right.
Chaz
Chaz
is
is
so
Chaz
fine.
survived and Jules survived. You're right. So
In fact,
I
for
mean,
all-
Baby let 2 of the humans
if
live.
she had crashed into that scene at the end and,
They've been in the cars still.
yeah, well, no, I mean, like,
That's what we were missing.
if
we
she
need a cut
didn't
like
literally witness Lizzie doing stuff to Glitch Trap,
that. Maybe.
like, that's the impetus for her attacking her.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
That's my thought was Infochan is kind of neutral in my head. I don't think she really has emotional reactions to a lot of things. I just don't want to spend a lifetime with her. But Yuri, I am concerned that if I kiss her and then leave her for somebody else, that she
Yeah.
will not react well.
Well, why would you leave her for somebody?
If you're
because
married
I can
to her.
only marry one of them.
But the problem is,
That's why you have to marry Yuri.
yeah, that's the like. I'm not sure Yuri is the kind of person you need to marry though. Like that is a really clingy, dangerous, unstable person. So you just got 3 tough ones, I think.
you did.
I stand by my choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, I kind of with all the characters. Well, I mean, I think Nate's I kind of chose the more obvious ones, but like
Okay.
I was like, I wanted to pick some interesting ones.
I want it to be
well, then
like Dodie Dingle and Devin Dingle and, it's like all the
Tingle.
and
Tingle
Tingle.
Dingle.
Anyway, I'm excited to hear what you got for me.
So Nate's are honestly really straightforward. We got Baldy, we got Granny, we got the Shovel Werewolf.
Huh.
And it's
the
Shovel Werewolf the whole
Werewolf.
entire time, not Dr. Ivan, not
Oh, there's no
full-on
Ivan
Shovel
Oswald.
Werewolf.
Always the Shovel Werewolf.
Yikes.
I think I would marry the Shovel Werewolf. He's,
A good life
you keep
partner.
him away from some bad video games.
Yeah.
He's a pretty chill dude.
Yeah,
he's
funny.
cool.
He's got some good wit, and he's, if you live with him, who's gonna carry a couch into your house much better than like a werewolf who's
Right.
super strong?
He sheds a little, maybe.
I feel like I'd probably have to then. I would probably kiss Baldy.
Better than Granny.
He's more normal. Granny is like a decomposing corpse. Like we don't know what
Well, the
she
soggy
is.
footsteps are too much.
Yeah, Granny is like, even though she wants you to come and give her a kiss on the cheek, I'll be like, nah, I'll just kill her.
Yeah, kissing Baldy and leaving.
Baldy would just be like, you kiss him on the cheek, he'd be like, oh!
and that's the end of it.
That's the end of it.
Yeah, you can walk away
He might
safe.
give you a shiny quarter.
I think Granny gets a bad rap. I think we all forget that she literally starts out her musical tucking someone into bed and giving them a little stuffed animal. I think she's a
prisoner.
sweetheart.
Oh, she chases the
She's
cat with a
very
baseball
protective
bat.
of the child,
Does-
though.
She
So,
is, yeah. She's
She's
a
just
good
a good
granny.
grandma, that's why. So.
Misunderstood. Oh, okay. The miscellaneous category I'm so sorry about. So the 3 other random characters are, obviously, I have to put in the beard. I got I got Yuri Nate, and I got Scapelli.
Scapelli.
Helly.
Scapelli. We gotta kill Scapelli.
Don't even know what he looks like, but
It's very clear.
We gotta kill Scapelli.
I
he
do
looks
feel
like-
like you kill Scapelli, you marry the beard, and you kiss Yuri Nate.
Yeah.
What, you married the beard?
Yeah.
That's kind of okay, I guess.
I don't know why I kiss him, but marrying him, he's cool.
Yeah, he's.
He already lives here. What's the problem?
How much money does Scapelli have, though? He might have more money than the beard.
Oh, he probably does.
Nah, I think you gotta kill Scapelli.
It just feels
I mean-
right to kill Scapelli. But you're
I
right,
mean, I
maybe
feel like
you
the
marry
beard-
Urinate and you kiss the beard.
Wouldn't the beard, like, I mean, if I remember in Papers, Please, all he had to his name was a marshmallow to try to get into Arsatsuke. He's probably
Yeah.
not got much.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking that you're going to have a lot of explaining to do if you go out places with
But
the beard.
he is supposedly like a interdimensional traveler, and
It's true.
he owns like an ice cream
I
truck,
was gonna say, there's
and
businesses.
he owns a house where he plays D&D in the basement, and he owns
He has
multiple
hobbies.
cars,
That's
probably.
true.
He has a dating profile where he's very attractive.
He's
That's
super
true.
buff
Yeah, he
underneath
takes
that,
his shirt
yeah.
off. He's like incredibly ripped.
I feel like he was so attractive he killed someone for seeing him in a shower.
That's true. I'm not sure that I want to marry someone like that, though. I don't want to die from looking at attractive
you have a
beard.
stronger heart. It's fine.
I have a strong heart. That's what they say about me. How do we do, Zach?
Well,
Were they good answers or bad answers?
I'm pleasantly surprised by them.
Oh.
I think AJ's. I was surprised at how in depth Gwen's character. Right? I thought Info-chan would have been the easy keep just because, like, I mean, I guess she has the kind of slightly psychopathic tendencies, but she knows a lot, which I thought would be the
true.
She does
upside.
know a lot. It's
She's
true.
cute.
But I guess Circus Baby would also know a
Yeah,
lot
but she's
too.
gonna get
but-
annoying. She's gonna be a very actually person. Like, please
True,
stop.
actually,
Please
true.
stop.
Yeah, I was also shocked that that Milkman was the kill. I thought you guys would think Enos was too annoying and
Oh,
want to.
never. He's
You know-
a devilishly handsome, sparkly vampire.
I was thinking about Info-chan. I get so tired of being like, oh, that person was nice. And Info-chan being like, do I know what color underwear they have on? Be like, no, I don't. Why do you have this on everyone? What's going on?
Okay, so I'm gonna enter in the next phase of questions,
Okay.
which I'm labeling the First Nights at Freddy's questions because we knew it had to happen.
We
It was
did.
the biggest release of last year.
It was.
So, I know. Funny enough, I actually have watched some other people who've done interviews with you, who've asked about First Nights at Freddy's, and they go into the lore.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna get too into that. I wanted to actually ask a lot more about how it was actually creating the.
Sure.
Because obviously, the first question here kind of gets right into it because there were a lot of moving parts. There was a big cast. You even got Markiplier to do a few lines for it. A spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't seen it. I mean,
Oh, such
They've
a
had time.
huge
been-
story spoiler.
yeah, I mean, it's been about a year, actually, nearly since, I think, because Mark was in Shadows of
Yeah.
Agony. So it's been almost a year since then. So,
Yeah.
you've had time. But what was the most complicated part of it? Was it getting Markiplier? Was it scheduling with Pat? Like, what was the hardest part of it?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
I
I
was
know
like,
there's a
what
lot.
wasn't complicated
Yeah.
about
I
it?
was gonna say we actually had so many. I feel like weird games of Tetris scheduling and oh my gosh, we started filming this, but how are we gonna do the next part? And like so many things. I feel like literally from the beginning, the first things we shot were out in Kansas City in a office building that Ben B was able to secure for us, which was so great. But literally we were flying there having no idea who our scientists were. We had just tapped Ben B on the shoulder and been like, please, if you know scientists, people that want to show up and pretend to be scientists and are okay getting brutally murdered in an office building.
Who isn't, right?
And I feel like literally from that shoot day, which was so many people and so many moments of who needs to be where at what time and oh my gosh, I can't believe that we pulled off as many shoot days as we did, and every single one of them I feel like was some version of difficult.
Yeah, I was thinking about some of the character scheduling because we had some real fiascos getting started, even
We did.
with who was playing what and how we were gonna manage
Yeah, that was, I feel like, a little bit of a delicate situation that took us a while to announce. Obviously, Katie took over for Adriana. We had contacted Adriana. We were in touch with her, but she, at some point, it was revealed to other people on the internet that she had some health problems last year. And she just wasn't available to do the project, especially one that required as much shooting as this one did. Mm-hmm. It was not your typical 5-minute song. It was obviously a movie. Mm-hmm. And, we recast her with Katie because, the project had to be done. We had to release it. And some people were speculating online, like, oh, is this a new character? Who is this? Once they saw the trailer, and we, kind of tiptoe around that, not wanting to disappoint people, because obviously people wanted to see Adriana and be, just gentle about how to announce it, but at the same time being like, she couldn't do the project. Like,
you have her privacy involved. You have her privacy involved with medical things, and not want to put her on blast or something. But you have our schedule.
Yeah, and even looking back, I remember what we were originally discussing with Adriana was basically the world's hardest shoot week. I think we were trying to get 5 to 7 days with her, and I went back and counted when we were finally done with filming. Katie was on set for 22 days.
Ooh. That is wild. That is truly a feature film.
I assume also that doesn't count days she might have come back to do some dubbing or recording.
It doesn't include dubbing or recording. It does include a couple days she showed up just to run puppets.
Yeah.
So I am very convinced that we would have done everything we possibly could have with Adriana in those 6 or 7 days, whatever we were able to get with her, and then had to schedule again if we had even gotten that far.
And to be fair and to be honest, I still don't think Adriana would be able to do the project now.
No.
So this project still wouldn't have come out for the people that have, been happy to see it finally released. So I don't think we made the wrong decision.
No.
It was just a tough decision that we knew some people out there would be so off-put by. But most people weren't. Most people understood, and especially once I think Adriana was more open about her health issues and what happened, a lot more people understood that this was just something she couldn't do.
Yeah. And I do understand people being disappointed in some way. In a lot of ways in my head, there is a lost version somewhere in an alternate timeline of Adriana doing everything for the movie. And it would have been really fun to see and to know exactly what she would have brought to the character in some of those final scenes versus what Katie brought. Both beautiful, beautiful versions. I'm happy with what we got. But I understand people being like, no, I wanted to see the other one.
I don't want to, Adriana's not the only one that we had, scheduling, situations with. We had to reschedule with Matt because stuff came up medically that we had to adjust.
Yep.
We had things come up with, honestly, just about all of our guest stars. Obviously, Mark was actually still filming and doing pickups and stuff on Iron Lung.
Yes.
And so I really pushed to have Mark on screen. I was probably a nuisance to him. Going, but what would it take to have you on camera? What if you just walk in? What if you're just seated somewhere? What if you're just, and all I could get was, I'll send some lines. I can record some lines. And he did record those lines. He recorded many takes of them. They're in the bloopers. He was a great sport about it, but he had such patience for how often I pushed at the, can't we get you on screen? Is there any way to get you on screen? Because I know how much it'll mean to people to see you instead of just hearing you. And best we could do is, while he was literally in Texas on the road between locations, sending recordings with a mobile rig and sending them over to us. But yeah, the number of guest stars that we tried to have Daco on screen as well, and thankfully we were able to work out something with audio only. We had JT Music on board at some point and then back off board because they have NPC and some other projects that they were working on. I want to say Rocket was potentially involved at some point. I want to say Will from DA Games was potentially on board and off board at various points. There were so many people that I sent so many messages to the Living Tombstone hoping that we had Corey Kenshin I was emailing out to at points. Scott Cawthon I sent emails
Corey
to.
Kenshin? Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I went so hard. And I was like, the more people we get, the better. This is what the internet loves. And I'm grateful for everybody we were able to get, but it was difficult to get everybody we did. And obviously there were a lot of people, I just named a bunch of people we couldn't get in the end.
So I feel like we just boiled all this down to, people. People was the most complicated thing.
A not people thing I was thinking about, though, that slowed us way down was the score. That is honestly, when we first made the release schedule for First Nights at Freddy's, we said once every 2 weeks, new episode will come out.
Optimistic.
We were so optimistic. And the
Summer
visual
children.
effects, I think, were going to take longer than that no matter what. But I do think that at the end of the day, one of the biggest slowdowns was the music for the scenes in between the songs, which I did all the scoring for. And I learned that it is really hard to write back underscore for scenes where not a lot's going on. If people are just talking, you want the music to be good, but you want it to be so good that people stop paying attention. You want it to be lazy and just there, but you don't want it to be so lazy that it's dull or so there was such a fine line to walk, and I was not good at it. And I got a lot better as the project went on, but that slowed us down tremendously trying to find the right flavor for each scene.
Yeah, I mean, because I did want to give all the credit in the world to Katie, because I loved her rendition, and I feel like she doesn't get enough credit for it, because she did obviously, like, come off of Adriana's shoes, and Adriana did a great job. And I mean, hey, we got 2 versions of Web of Lies out of it, which is one of my favorites, so I'm very happy for that. And yeah, like I feel like just looking at things from like behind the scenes and like from our perspective, like as patrons and whatever, and seeing like process and how grueling it was, it just seemed like an absolute nightmare, but great at the same time. So truly awesome. And I also want to ask, kind of along the same lines, did you have to, because of some of these difficulties, did you have to change much with the script? Because I remember with the original Five Nights at Freddy's musicals, nights 4 and 5 were in flux because you didn't know if Mark was coming back. So did anything kind of similar happen with First Nights?
I think the biggest one that got discussed and did not happen, we had a couple of weeks, I'm not sure, where Nate Wants to Battle, we weren't entirely sure if we were going to be able to get his schedule lined up to be able to come and do this with us. And so obviously Nate Wants to Battle plays a huge role in the movie. He, picks up the puppets, he brings them back to where they need to be, like a lot of things. And we sat there for a little bit being like, okay, if we can't get Nate, who do we bring in to drive the car? And I don't actually remember if we ever came up with a satisfactory answer, or if we were still in the middle of discussions when he was like, nope, I can be there, I'll show up.
I think that's kind of what it was, but we were definitely threatening of the absolute worst case scenario was put Purple Guy into that scene, make an excuse why he's picking up his last things from Circus Babies and then stuff. But it was very weird. It's like, this guy's scarred from animatronics right now. He is the wrong person to do a meeting them kind of scene.
Yeah.
So there was never a moment where Nate was not the right choice.
Yeah.
And we were so flippin' grateful. He is such a great guy. And it was so wonderful to have him back on set. That was such a reunion moment to be like, oh, it feels so good. We're back to it's 2015 all over again. And we're on set filming a FNAF thing. It was great.
Yeah. I love Nate. I remember when the original musicals first came out, I saw night 3 and I was like, oh, it's not Mark. But then I was like, wait a minute, I like this guy. I like this guy quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
he's fabulous.
And it's how I discovered Nate's music, funny enough. I listened to a lot of Nate Wants to Battle stuff because I first saw him in FNAF musical. And I think he literally posted the other day on TikTok or something that's like, everyone knows him because of FNAF Night 4. But no, he does.
His music is so good though. He's such a talented person.
Absolutely.
He is.
Yeah.
He seems like a chill dude too. Just kind of
incredibly.
Oh, very. That is
you'd
exactly
never
the right
know
word
it.
for him.
Yeah.
All right, and then my last First Nights at Freddy's question, and it's a pretty simple one. Out of all the songs that came out, and this includes "Baby I Loved You" and of course "Hey-O," which one is your favorite that you've made or to listen to?
It's gotta be
Hey-O.
Hey-O. The Hey-O song, obviously.
Oh man, my favorite thing was teasing Hey-O to people on TikTok and Instagram before it came out, and the number of people who were like, "What is this? This is so fake."
It's a jam, is what it is. It's a banger.
I think my favorite is Shadows of Agony. I think it is just it's calculated for my taste, I think. I want to say that Dark Remains should be further up there, but I don't think I ever get past hearing my own voice on that. So,
that's on me. I don't think the mix is as good as it should be, so.
It's fine.
Skip me. Come back to me.
I mean, I like Virus. I enjoy a good villain song, and I think Casey does. He chews up that song, and Gwen obviously did a great job on set as well, doing the physical acting for Glitch Trap. But I like it. I agree with him. Humans are a plague. So, sympathetic villain to an extent.
I don't know that I can pick a favorite. I feel like they all were important to be there for various things. I'm gonna be honest. I listened to this is cheeky. I listen to the score still more than I listen to the actual songs, because I don't actually listen to the songs with lyrics as often, especially doing work. I can't think very well if I hear voices. Which I hear voices all the time. So yeah, I tend to do better if I can tune out speaking songs and just do instrumentals. And I'm really, really proud of a bunch of those. But I think I got to give some credit here to Houston. I think the Welcome to Fredbear song is a really fun way to kick off everything. Like I said, every song has its place and its audience and an important like piece of like FNAF the musical, I think. But I do think that one was a surprise, like kind of out of the gate, where we knew we wanted to have an extra song in there, but we weren't. It got kind of brought together a little bit late.
Yeah.
But the number of like very sinister lines in it mixed with such like an upbeat 80s like, hey kids, come enjoy Freddy Fazbear's. I think it's a great mix, and Dallin like really brought it for that song.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Charlie as well. Charlie does a bit at the end of that song too.
Yeah, I know it's crazy how much, because like my two favorite of the main songs are Shadows of Agony and Virus, so like, I love those two, and I love the other two as well. But I will like those because I also have some of the score downloaded as well. Like I like because which one is it? It's the one that has like that little rendition of Night 5, which is my favorite of the original 5. It just it's just so good to kind of listen to in the background and just kind of.
Well, thank you. I put a lot of work because I really wanted that soundtrack, even though like not singing stuff, because it's a musical. So that means, yeah, the main event are the songs, but you're like, every scene needs to feel musical enough still, and that means wall to wall, like every scene has a full soundtrack. Characters all have themes. I'm watching the cats over here try to fight each other. I'm trying to ignore them as best I can. Really, come on, man. Right in the middle of the interview.
I feel like this is going to feel like a plug, but I just want to say that it was an incredibly fun day when AJ handed me the list of tracks for the albums that we were releasing. And we were originally only supposed to release one. We were going to do one with lyrics and the score kind of attached at the end. And when he handed me the whole list, I took it to our music distributing platform and came back to him and was like, so even if we broke this in half, we still have to cut tracks from here because we can't put out that many.
Ooh.
And that was just such a fun feeling near the end of this, entire giant experience of filming for like a year and a half and editing and getting this ready for an hour and a half movie, to also then come out with like just handfuls of music and be like, I literally have too much to hold. We need to get rid of some of it.
Just a little bit. I mean, there's no such thing as overdoing it, if it's all really good. Because I mean, I'll shout out to you, AJ, because I'm assuming you're the one who did it. Just the amount of like level of detail I could tell with a lot. Like there, like that one scene, well, actually, this is part of the supercut, the full movie, when we see Katie absolutely destroy Circus Baby, and then you can hear that like instrumental of Blood and Tears or Out for Blood in the background. Like, oh, that actually legit got my blood pumping. I was like, oh my god, Circus Baby's about to get destroyed.
No, thank you. I think it works because I myself am a FNAF the Musical fanboy. So this is like the culmination of years of enjoying what we made together and rewatching what we made together and being excited to see like more about these characters. And just that chance to play with the songs a little bit further and go, what else can be done? There's more we can like wring out of each of these tunes. So yeah, it felt really good.
Oh, perfect. All right, that's all my First Nights at Freddy's questions done. So we got one more game and then final questions.
Okay.
So this next game is another one I know you guys are a little familiar with, and I feel like it'd be a good way for people who are watching this who might not be familiar with your channel. It'd be a good way to maybe give them a little taste with and know what they're getting into. And I figured we'd do a fun quick little finish the lyrics challenge. I figured I pulled some lyrics from some musicals because I love those videos, and I figured it'd be fun to quiz you all.
It is fun. We're gonna do bad.
Oh yeah.
I will say, Nate and Gwen, I feel like I gave you some simple, easy ones. AJ, I decided to play some tricks on you.
How could you do this to me? The ultimate betrayal.
This is the way. It always happens.
AJ, you've been here, you've done every single musical, you've written all the songs. I figured I could give you some real curveballs. And again,
it's totally fair.
some of those lyrics on those curveballs are from some musicals that don't get enough love. That I wanted to give them a special little shout out.
There we go. Everybody's a winner here.
Alrighty, so and I've got a couple for each of you, not too many. So I'll start off. I'll go one by one with each of you.
Sure.
AJ, this is actually I think your easier one.
Oh.
Well, actually, not really, because there's not much context to this one. So good luck. The lyrics are, "Don't let her catch you.
Wait, what are they?
Don't let her catch you."
Don't let her catch you.
And I also have hints. I can give you the hints of who sang it, and I can also do my own little singing of it, if that'll help.
Oh, this is from Kindergarten 2. Yeah, this is a thing about Penny. But I'm supposed to follow this line, right?
Yeah.
Oh, don't let her catch you. I was trying to.
Yeah, I wouldn't know exactly.
Oh, dang. I feel like this is the give green goo to the hag or she'll blow off your face.
Don't let her catch you. Give green goo to the hag or she'll blow off your face.
That's correct. That is correct. Good job.
That's a
That was
real
your
swing in
easy
the dark.
one. That was your
the
easy
easy
one.
Oh, baby.
Oh no.
Baby,
all
I
right.
love you.
Next
Are you
up,
sweating yet?
Nate.
I'm sweating.
Uh-oh.
I think this one should be easy for you.
Thanks.
Don't act so indignant. This is what we all intended.
I know what it's from. And I think I know what line
I
it comes
think I
next.
know what this is from.
Yeah, I know what the. I got it.
I'm like, is this virus? No.
It's not virus,
Oh.
but it is glitch trap.
Oh, okay.
I think you've said that you'll never get it.
Right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's why I can't get the melody because
Yeah.
I'm like, it's glitch trap, but it's from Shadows of Agony, which I don't like.
Yeah.
It's the. How does it go? How does it go?
He's gonna get it though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got this. He's rolling.
I'll be honest. I thought I replaced this lyric because I remember that he didn't like Shadow of Agony. I did replace it with a virus one, but I guess I forgot
can't
to
think
save
of how
that.
it ends,
So.
though. This is what we all intended. Justice isn't just enough if corruption is defended.
Don't act so indignant, this is what we all intended. Justice isn't just enough if corruption is defended.
There you go.
Correct.
I
There
was
you
trying to think of
go.
the word. I'm like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Anyway.
It took me a second, but then I was like, wait, we nominated this for an RE award.
Gwen, your next one.
You never get to
and
get
I
it.
will say, this one is actually, fun fact, from my favorite RE musical,
Ooh.
So a little trivia if you know Zach's favorite musical.
which you probably
I,
know.
I don't remember. I'm sure.
I
I've
will
heard of
say,
it.
actually, no, I'm not going to give the clue. Okay, so the lyrics are, "What's that scraping? No escaping."
What's that scrape? No. What's that scraping? No escape. I wanted to put it from, like, FNAF, one of the original ones, right?
I am putting it to not one of those songs, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
If you want, I
Suddenly
can give you a clue. I can tell you who sings it, or I can sing that first line to you myself.
I
Whichever
feel
might
like if
help.
you sing it yourself, though, it's gonna give away the melody pretty.
Well,
Yeah.
my singing voice is pretty bad, so that's why I give that as a clue. But it probably would give it away.
Oh goodness, I hate to be the first person to ask for a clue, but who sings it?
Miss Bird.
Miss Bird. And can you say the line again?
What's that scraping? No escaping.
Oh goodness. My mind
I'll
is
give you-
a desert
I'll-
wasteland right now.
I'll give you a bonus clue. You are also in that song.
Oh, okay, so it's in Tattletale. Okay.
Oh, it's Song of the Slug.
I went there first. And I was like,
Obviously,
what?
duh.
Friday the 13th, the musical.
Uh,
Duh.
I'm still not gonna get it. What's that scraping? No escaping. Wait, is that? Do I sing that? No.
No, Miss
I
Bird
think
sings it.
Zach already said, yeah, Miss Bird
Yeah,
sings
I
that.
know, but I was trying to fit it to like the mama melody at the end.
This is a tough one. For real, it is.
I'm not gonna get
I
it.
thought this was an easy one. Okay, never mind.
Heart starts scraping, no escaping, must you be awkwardly lost?
I was like, I don't remember if that's the first half, and it's like, I can't charge you now, or if it was the second half.
All right.
You know-
AJ.
It happened.
Wasn't a lot to work with there. All right, my
Adrian,
body is ready.
I feel like this one is either going to be really, really hard or actually really, really easy because it actually is kind of obvious, I think.
Oh, I like that.
All right, I'm probably going to butcher this. Je dis toujours bon appétit.
Je dis toujours bon appétit. That's from Pac-Man the Musical. Sauté, flambe, and marinade. Piece the sauté, flambe, marinade. Piece. I feel like that's bad grammar. Am I right about the sauté, flambe, and marinade? Piece de resistance.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Je dis toujours bon appétit, sauté, flambé, marinade, piece résistance.
I was like, you're either gonna it's either gonna be really easy or it's gonna be really hard because I'm like, it's French, so it could be hard, but it's also very obvious.
Yeah.
That's great. I went to Rhythm Thief and was like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, I questioned it first. Yeah, I was like, did Napoleon yell this?
Nate, a little context for this one. This is from another one of my favorites, and this is one that you've gotten before in a past Finish the Lyrics challenge, but got it wrong. So I'm hoping you've
Got
learned
it
from your
wrong.
past mistakes.
Okay, well, redemption, I guess.
Someone help! I can't find this alone.
I have no memory of this place. Someone help! I can't find this alone.
I think I know what it is.
don't remember being given that before, but
It was decently recently, I want to say. In one of the last ones we did.
It was.
I did so bad in the recent ones. It was terrible.
Well, I was horrible to you.
We learned a lot that day. It's that one word is too little.
I don't remember.
You don't listen to that one as
No,
much.
I don't listen to
Not going back and playing that one a lot.
now.
Someone help, I can't find this alone.
Cameras down, look sharp, you're on your own.
Someone should really fix that.
I thought maybe you'd learn from your past mistake. It's cameras down,
Someone
look
help.
sharp, you're on your own.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Nope.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Mark didn't perform it, I'm not sure. But like Mark is so beautiful with it.
He is.
Well, I'm glad we can make that a 3-for-3 round where we all got it wrong. But I guess AJ got his
I
right.
was going to say.
But I got an easy one, so.
Gwen, your next one is a couple cracks could make a big difference.
Oh my goodness. You know, I've always wondered how I would do at these.
That's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to give you a shot, actually, honestly.
I know, I'm learning now what it's like to be on the other side and just being like, what is that? A couple cracks can make all the I want to say this is Phoenix Wright. Am I crazy for that?
You're not crazy for that.
Okay. I want to say that Miles Edgeworth says it.
That's not.
That's not right.
That's not right.
No, that's not right. Right is wrong though, so.
I can tell you who says the responding line if you'd like.
Oh, the line that I'm trying to say?
Yeah, the line that you're trying to guess, because it is one person sings the first line and one person sings the
Sure.
second line. I
Who
can
sings
give
the
you-
one I'm trying to come up with?
Angie Viper.
Ooh. I love knowing that you know it. He's
You
just,
think I know it? I know what it's from, and I am working actively. Like, what are those words?
oh, here I was thinking you were singing it in your head.
But I don't know what the line is after that.
Yeah, right? Like,
Wait. Oh, gosh, darn it.
I don't even remember the name of that song.
it's called Evidence.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not a very memorable one. It's really most notable for nothing gets past you in the open. That's the part that everybody's actually listening
Easy
for.
jazz number.
Yeah. No one escapes her baggy eye. I've
No one.
noticed.
No one. I feel under it right now. Nope, not gonna get this one either. I've got like nothing.
Do you know it, AJ?
A couple cracks could make a big difference. A single. I want to be like flaw could. A single thread could be in our undoing. So what is the middle? No, I guess I don't know it actually. It's a simple answer.
A couple cracks could make a big difference.
A minor flaw could solve the whole case.
A minor flaw could solve the whole thing. Wow.
I can hear it now. She did a beautiful job.
Well, thank goodness I didn't get out of that.
Well,
Would have been really in trouble. Wow.
your next one, if you get it, I will give you all the praise in the world, because I got one last one for each of you.
Okay.
And then a bonus one, actually, for AJ.
I'm here for all the praise in the world, so.
All right, so the lyric is, and I find him quite appalling and not at all enthralling.
I am quite appalling and not at all enthralling. It's familiar, but it ain't coming to mind immediately. I find him all
This one is a
appalling
hard
and not
one.
at all enthralling. I gotta even think about this. Who are we even talking about? I find him quite appalling and not at all enthralling. It's clearly a bad character.
See, my brain jumped to like, is this like something K-Rool says about like DK or something?
It does kind of.
I don't think so. But I don't know it.
Is it the medic?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Quite appalling and not at all enthralling. Man.
All right,
Oh,
we haven't gotten
yeah.
you to sing for us yet.
I
so
give
how
up.
about-
I
how
give
about-
up, yeah.
How about you sing your?
You know, it's so funny. This is probably the worst one to pick for me to sing,
Excellent.
because there's not much to it. Ooh, this one's actually kind of hard.
Is it rap? Like spoken?
No, it's not rap. It's just it's hard to. You know what? I think it might actually help you more if I tell. You can use the sing option later. I think it'll actually help you more if I tell you who sings it.
Okay, who sings it?
Hopefully, I pronounced their name right. Evelyn Ashley.
Evelyn Ashley. Goodness, she really doesn't sing much, so that sounds like that's from Rhythm Thief. But that would have to be during the ending. Does she sing that during the ending? I was like,
Well, when
she's
all
like,
four people are singing
gotta
all
know
at the same time.
Yep, I wasn't gonna get
I
that.
literally went to the ending lyrics video just to pull
Oh,
that.
baby, yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, I find him appalling and not at all enthralling. I have no idea what she says about him after that, though. I hope somebody's calling police. Yeah, okay. Wow, good dig. Nice.
Yeah, I honestly
Yeah.
love that song, and it's such a crime that obviously for obvious reasons it's not up on like Apple Store and all
Sure.
that. But like, I honestly love that song. It's in my top 5 favorite RE songs. Like
Oh.
every
Well, the soundtrack for that game is so good.
Every
like, it's
year.
such a fun.
every year whenever the battle royale comes around, that's like my I want that one to win. I want not to win. 'Cause I know that's not gonna win, but like I want it to get past round 1 every single time.
Hey, maybe 2026 will be its year.
Oh yeah, we'll see about
You
that.
never know. You never know.
Could be.
Okay.
Give him a hard one now.
I'm ready.
This one,
My body's
I think. Well, I keep saying that, but this next one for you, Nate, is what is my height?
Ooh.
I thought you were actually asking. I was like, so
What is my height? That sounds like it's from Honey Pop.
Pretty sure it's from Honey Pop, or I'm
That is my
crazy.
You're more than welcome to use a hint if you need.
Like I remember. Who says it? Who says the follow-up line?
Faye Wicket.
same character.
Oh! I thought you asked for that clue, so that should help. But yes, it is the same character.
Oh, it's like, what is my height? Because I don't remember or something like that. I don't remember.
You know what? I'll
You're on the right track.
yeah,
Oh.
it's basically that.
There's a rhyme.
It's because I don't remember quite, right?
Yes.
What is my height? 'cause I can't remember quite.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
What is
remember
my
quite.
height? Because I can't remember quite. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like.
Yeah,
no
you were
memories
there.
of Honey Bob.
No memories. None whatsoever.
Of the lyrics, not really.
Oh, okay. Now
Definitely not that one, at least.
back to Gwen. This one, I also think, this actually I think should be the easiest one of the whole entire thing.
I
No
believe you.
pressure.
Oh, excellent.
There you go.
You may want to move a smidge.
Before I drop my friend.
Yeah.
You may want to move a smidge before I drop my friend.
Good job.
Classic one. That's well, I think classic.
That
Very
is a
recent.
very. Thank you. Yeah, that is also a beautifully delivered line. I love the little growl that Oreo has on that.
Yeah, I love that musical. I love that musical. Any musical where Nate gets to be tortured by women, it's like the best classic of the time.
It's a trope now.
Right. It's true.
Between that
It's
one,
like reverse
Doki
harem or
Doki.
something. Horror harem? Is that
Horror harem?
The horror harem? It's like, oh, there's a lot of beautiful girls, and they're trying to kill you or date you.
With
It's bad
love.
dating.
With love.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Excellent. I got one.
Nice. I think we did okay.
So, but
I
there
hear
is
there's a bonus?
There is one bonus one for AJ.
All right.
Now, this one, I'm going to read the lines, and then I want you to finish the song.
The whole song?
It's like towards the end of the song. It's like it's basically
Okay.
one big giant chunk, and it's like the ending of the song, which kind of
Yeah.
might help.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
the lyrics are... I can't wait for this one. Make a beeline for the door, it is only 3:04.
Pick up beeline for the door. It is only 3:04. Someone's calling. It's for you. Take a message going through. Someone's calling. Nope. Wait. No, I'm just going in a.
I think you went in a
Pick a
circle.
beeline for the door. Oh no. Pick a beeline for- Okay, start me again.
Make a beeline for the door, it is only 3:04.
3:04. Someone's calling. It's for you. Take a message going poo. It's beepers on. Leave me be. I'm on the. I know I just skipped a line. A message going. So. Well, I can't do it, obviously.
There is a lot. That's
But
why
I knew
I was
where
like,
we were going with it.
yeah, I was like, this is like the real test because it's a long-winded, like, and it's also a really funny freaking part of the music.
Yeah, it's the putting
It's
phone in
great.
airplane mode, and then fire exit, take the stairs, trip alarm, but you don't care. Siren sounding, almost there. 5 more steps until fresh air. Tire's gone. End of song.
Yeah.
So there's like just like a line or two in there that I'm like, oh, where's the lynch between these and those?
Make a beeline for the door. It is only 3:04. Someone's calling, it's for you. Take a message going through. Someone's paging, beepers on. Leave me be, I'm on the John. Hanging on a distant stall. Making me run down the hall. Are you finished? I don't know. Elevator goes too slow. 30 peanuts overload. Waiting for it airplane mode. Fire exit, take the stairs. How much you don't care. Sirens sounding almost there. 5 steps to Fire's gone.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. That was a lot of fun because I've always loved watching
know,
the finish
we had
the
fun.
lyrics. It's a fun way to reflect on the work you've done and like all the musicals of the past as well. Because like obviously like I'm one of those people where it's always nice to see. Because like obviously you can't just like remix every song and remake every song, so it's just a nice way to pay homage to those old musicals while still moving forward and doing new things.
That's
Absolutely.
true.
And those were good picks. I
yeah,
like those.
and like I said, I picked from my list of favorite musicals. So,
Aw.
and this actually will lead into my final set of questions for you guys.
Okay.
Because one musical that I nearly put in here, because it leads into this question of underrated musicals. I personally think your guys' most underrated musical is Amazing Danger. I love that song. So I wanted to know if you guys had any picks for what you think your own underrated songs are.
Well, I think that's a really good pick to start with.
Uh,
That's the original
yeah.
underrated song, actually.
It is, yeah. Oh my goodness. I feel like I have a growing list in my head, but I always come back around to Arms. I think Arms of a Fighter is just, it's so classic. It's so like fun to jam out to. I never regret when it comes on. Like,
True.
sometimes I make it play twice.
Guilty. This is like guilty confessions. RE confessions. There's a few of them. Skip me.
Skip you.
Skip me.
I got a couple that came to mind. First one that came to mind was before Gwen said Arms, was Trombone Champ.
Oh, that's a good one.
Is
Yeah.
so good, so fun. Another game that was actually popular on the internet, yet for some reason when we make a song about it, nobody cares.
Oh, but that song is so good. That is probably one of my favorite songs AJ's ever written.
It's a real good one. But then when she mentioned Arms, it for some reason got me thinking about Fruit Ninja.
Yes.
Fruit
Yeah.
Ninja's a banger. Again, another Raimi song.
Yeah.
Really fun to easily film too. I mean, just go out in the yard and throw fruit at AJ while he slices it up. Not really complicated.
That was a great shoot.
Oh, I would film that again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Fruit Ninja 2, coming when?
C plus Shanty is one that
Oh,
I
that's a
think
good one.
I understand it like being a very like rough connection for the game. So I could see that not like clicking for people very well. But I think as a piece of pirate music that uses Animal Crossing like puns and stuff, I think it's really fun.
That's another one I'll play twice if it comes on.
Yeah, that's a really fun one. I feel like it's underviewed but not undervalued is First Nights at Freddy's. I feel like that should be much higher on people's like radar, I think, than it is. But I think everybody who does know about it, who has seen it, has liked it, and I feel like that it has the appropriate reaction from people when it reaches people. It's a YouTube problem, not an audience problem. So I don't think I can count that one. Castlevania is the one that I think most recently comes up a lot. And again, I can see that we missed the mark on a couple things, lighting being the primary one that I wish I got more lights in there. But we already were like running a lot of different lights and effects on that set.
Also,
And those two,
correct me if I'm wrong, but literally the first shot, somebody broke a light.
yes, that did happen. We're like, we only have so many lights. Why did you throw the axe at that one? But no, it was, but David and Casey, they were so good to have on set together, and they hadn't worked together in years on a Random Encounters video. So having David Bloom and Casey Dwyer back together felt like old times. Great set, fun song. They got to have amazing costumes. It was a lot of fun. So that's a really good one, and I wish more people knew about it.
Oh, perfect. I agree with all of those answers. The amount of times, I will be openly honest, I've, actually as recently as like this month, C plus Shanty will come on and I'll be in the car, I'll roll down the window. Like that's like that one of those kind of songs that you just kind of like roll your windows down, let the wind blow through your hair. It's like, yeah.
This is where the biker game pulls up next to you and beats you up. You gotta be careful, dude.
No,
I don't know.
too.
Yeah, they'll be doing it too. Like maybe they go fishing and they're like, oh, all these freaking like sea bass.
I like this. I hope so.
That's my headcanon at least. And then I have a couple quick. Actually, I did ask some of my viewers to submit questions, and there were two that actually stood out for me that I wanted to ask. First one is kind of a basic one, but what's your favorite role that you've ever played in a musical?
Favorite role we've ever played in a
Ever.
musical. Ever played in a musical. Oh, goodness. This is like 14 years of playing roles in
A
musicals.
lot to choose from.
And unlike, I was thinking, like, I don't think about this often until somebody asks a question like this. When you ask an actor that, usually they've done a couple roles a year. And for us, it's more often like 10, 12 roles a year. So it's like, there's a lot packed into like every year. So that is a really hard one to, let me think about that.
I've got 3 in the last musical we filmed.
That's a good point. Hey, wait a
I
second.
think it's a lot. I think it's easy to weed some of them out though when you have so many as well. Like when I think.
But don't
of
you love
favorite-
Tingle?
Well, no, I'm saying when I think of favorite roles I have, like Health Inspector from First Nights at Freddy's never
Okay.
comes up. It's like, oh man, that's my favorite. I
Favorite
love
role,
being
favorite.
that business guy. You know?
It's true, yeah.
So-
Okay, that's fair.
But like,
Yeah, I need to shorthand this. I just need to like make a
Yeah.
list for future, like, and go down and be like, this year that was the best. This year was that, and then
I
you
think
can like.
there's
Yeah.
generally a good kind of list of I enjoy playing Eggman, so anytime I have to show up as Eggman, it's fun. I like Sonic. I like playing him as a character. You know, it's fun having the big coat and the mustache.
Yeah.
In that regard, I do like playing Mario because he's fun as well, especially our version of Mario, which are kind of based, you know, on the 1993 live-action movie that nobody cares about anymore because there's like an actual good one that people like now. But, you know, the Scapelli reference and stuff, you know, they're always fun. But
I'm going to throw in one that I don't normally say, but I've decided I need to say it more. Detective Pikachu. Flippin' love Detective Pikachu. He's so stupid, so silly, and it lets you be so serious about everything. It's like, that's a really fun character, actually.
That's a good musical, too. That's another underrated one.
Yes.
Thank you.
That
I was thinking
so
it's my favorite brand deal we've ever done, I think, as well.
yes.
Yeah, not with Nintendo or anything, but with the Amino app.
Yeah,
the
the teaser was
Amino
sponsored
app.
by the Amino app.
Yeah.
And we just kind of went.
I was just telling somebody at church about that. I was like, we literally made the cheekiest, like, most in-your-face, blunt, like, kind of cruddy sponsorship video
we were
about
pretty
it.
brazen with how much we were like, this is kind of a weird, stupid app, but you know, you go hang out with your friends and
We were not
we
shy about
sent it
picking on
to
it a
the
little bit.
company thinking they're gonna give us some notes. We have to change them. They sent back like, no notes. We love it. It's great. I'm like, okay.
Never gotten a no notes before until the one where we're like, this is probably too much. I think we're pushing this a little bit. And then them being like, put it up. It's great.
It
We're
was
like,
memorable. Really? It was funny. I see no
was.
problems.
I go back and
I was
watch it
just
for
thinking
fun.
that the other day because I told I was playing Pokemon Go. And someone asked, they're like, hey, when did you get here for the event? And I was like, I don't know. I was here like 9:30, 10. 9:30, 10. Or got it.
How big was it? Pretty big. The dog or the poop. So stupid.
Anyway, I think I'm going to have to go with Little Misfortune being my favorite role. I like, she's got a great accent, super fun song, costume amazingly comfortable, probably one of the most comfortable ones I've ever worn, and I got to spend the whole day with AJ. So
There you
all
go.
around best.
I loved with that musical that you gave us choice in like what Little Misfortune brought with her. I love that aspect of the musical.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be so much fun to do, and it worked like perfectly.
It did.
I just loved like getting responses in from people, and then getting to actually have that be an interactive like aspect of it. I'd like to do that more. It's just tough because we have to plan the production. Obviously, we have to shoot it both ways.
Yeah.
Unless we're gonna really drag out production to redo parts of it.
It was nice that we got to show them like the alternate ending
Absolutely.
too for
Yes.
like, you know,
Yeah.
the bloopers I think are
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
yeah.
you could have had.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember
they chose the
years
right
ago. I remember thinking years ago, thinking a game you should do a musical on was Until Dawn because of that nature where you can get different so I like that that element at least was incorporated into Little Misfortune. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we gave people a little bit of choice as well on Call to the Lamb of who was going to play the
True.
lamb.
That's
Yes.
true.
So they chose Gwen, obviously. over that,
yes.
AJ for that.
Somewhere there is an alternate universe where AJ was the lamb trying to convince Nate
And
to
you
join
were
his
Wooly
cult.
and for Amanda
And
the
I was-
Adventure.
No.
Well, you got to be Wooly, so it all worked
It's true,
out.
Yeah, I felt like it felt unfair because I don't think we'd actually committed to doing Amanda the Adventurer when we did the poll. So it really was a one and done. Okay, she gets to wear the sheep costume, not me. Okay, that's fine. And then be like, oh, I'm gonna wear the sheep costume after all.
We must have known by the time I was making the sheep costume, though, because I specifically did not attach the cape or the crown because we knew that it was going to get repurposed.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, and
I'll pretend that's also why I didn't give it horns, but we all know that.
No, I don't think it needed horns. It had a crown. It looked good. It was fine.
yeah, and shout out to whoever did the screamo section of the Cult of the Lamb song.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
insane.
I believe that was someone named Sam. He was part of my brother's band. And he did some vocals for them. That band is called A Moment in Pompeii, and they are like very metal.
Very.
And I was like, I tried to record the screaming stuff, and I was like, nope, sounds terrible. Let's get somebody else. And thankfully, he was able to hook us up. So
Oh, that's so perfect.
yeah.
And then I had another viewer ask about particular funny moments from recording the Luigi's Mansion musical, which is their favorite musical. So they want to know about funny moments from recording that.
From Luigi's Mansion. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just need to set the stage a little bit for what filming Luigi's Mansion was like. We were tired. We were coming off of a couple different musicals that had taken a lot out of us. I don't believe we actually had all the lyrics ready, so we were making some guesses about activities. So we were already a little kind of like loosey-goosey and prepped to have a good time. And then we found out that the house we were filming in, which belongs to Family Jewels, had roommates in it who had work the next morning. And they went to bed at a very reasonable time, but we couldn't start filming till after dark. So at some point, probably maybe 45 minutes into filming, we were basically filming like a silent movie where we were all trying to make as little noise as possible, which is like what it was so kind of stressful at the time, but it's one of my favorite things now looking back. The number of like screams that people were just faking because like they were like, we can't make noise, so like make the most exaggerated like oh my gosh, it was so funny.
It is weird to like watch like back the bloopers and be like, you would expect this to be a lot more bombastic because like the musical is really bombastic. There's ghosts and there's like things floating and there's smashing bottles, but like on set everything is like the quietest person smashing someone on that quietest. You know, if something funny happens, everybody's like like quietly laughing about it. It was like secretly filming a Luigi's Mansion musical. Pretty wild experience, like, very surreal.
Oh man, I think another of my favorite parts of that night was Adriana was wearing the big glasses for Professor Egad.
Yeah.
And I thought when I had made them they were decently see-through, but not in the semi-dark. So she was basically blind. And the scene where she's trying to like light the match, I was just off screen being like, let's not let the blind person light the house on fire. And just the fun of being like, whoop, not there. Oh, nope, that didn't land quite right. Oh, no, we'll put that out now. Like, oh, that was such a bizarre experience.
You know, like, Jules was a pro about not freaking out that we were like having like, matches and kind of dropping them and maybe they were in them, maybe they weren't. Is that on fire or not? Yeah. Nobody panicked. Man. But there was a real like, okay, we need to put that out now. Somebody get that out.
I mean, the flowers that were attempted to be burned in the ritual or whatever were plastic. So like they weren't going to spread. They were just going to melt. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because that's actually, it really is another great musical. I know that you mentioned having a hard time with those puppets, but I think it looked great. I think all the puppets looked great in the musical. Yeah. If there's any issues that still made it to the actual thing, I did not notice them. It looked great.
They came through quite nicely, actually.
Did.
Yeah.
There's one thing, if I could go back in time and tap myself on the shoulder and go, hey, you made really cool looking puppets, but they're going on green screen, so making part of them see-through is a bad idea. I would do that.
It made life harder, but they do look good on screen.
They do.
They really do. So I don't even know that I have regrets about that. It just took more work, but it looked good still.
Yeah, I mean, that whole musical, I you know, like I said, it's my viewer's favorite musical, and it was just a really, really fun one to watch too, and especially Jules with like how he like, cause Luigi's a mute character, so it's the way he like wobble around, and I don't know, it was funny.
Yeah, no, he was fabulous. I want to give both of them so much applause, Jules and Adriana, for letting us paint them entirely green, and then give them the world's worst bald cap.
Yeah, that was a look.
But troopers, both of them, fabulous people.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Oh gosh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I want to know what are you working on? What are you up to these days?
Oh, what am I up to?
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing my own thing. I'm making my own YouTube videos and working my boring 9 to 5, but you know, just working and also doing YouTube. And I'm sure you understood at the beginning when you were all probably balancing like your initial jobs and starting YouTube, like how hard it is to plan and film and edit and record and all that, also while like working a 9 to 5. So I'm trying to balance all of it. But I've honestly recently, you know, I've been putting my hard work in, and I actually got invited to by Nintendo to a little private event thing recently, which was cool.
That is super
exciting.
Cool.
I got
Are
to
you able to tell us
preview
about
one of their
it?
games, so it was really fun.
Is there gonna be like a video on your channel about it?
Well, it was last year. They took me to, or they invited me to go and play Mario and Luigi, the new Mario and Luigi.
Oh, nice.
Game. So I went to a little event for that. So you know, so it makes it more worth it. You know, it's like you said, sometimes when videos get low views, it like demotivates you. So it's like that. It's moments like that where it's like, you know, it's you know, kind of actually pretty cool.
It's
really
nice
cool.
to get a pat on the back from somebody bigger than you and be like, yeah, we do like what you're doing.
Yeah, I refer to that as like breadcrumbs. You need little breadcrumbs to remind you what you're doing, even if YouTube's not sharing it. What you're doing does matter. Somebody is enjoying it. And if no one else, you hopefully are still enjoying it too. And those breadcrumbs are just like sealing the deal of going, just keep with it a little longer, a little bit longer. Let's go another one. Let's make something else.
Exactly, and it's like, I'm now trying to like do different things with my content, try to spice things up a little bit, because I'm sure like you guys understand something like, or when you were working on First Nights at Freddy's, doing the same thing, working on the same project, doing like it got monotonous and probably drove you a little insane.
Oh man, I think we're feeling that this week.
That's true.
Oh.
We've been on Dandy's World for what, a month and a couple
Month
weeks
and a
now.
couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot. So we're ready to get it out the door and start on something new.
Oh, I'm excited to see it. That comes out, well, as of recording this Friday, so I'm definitely very excited to see that when it comes out. And yeah, that's all that's new with me, or that's all that's going on in my world. It's all pretty,
No,
pretty same old.
No, it's still good. I like checking in on people a little bit. So I'm glad we had a chance to talk today.
Yeah, and it's like, especially because like, I'm not over. I always feel like I'm not overly active in the community, like with the Patreon community. I don't, it's just life's busy, but like it's always nice to kind of. Sometimes I'll check in on the community, see how people are doing. And obviously, I watch all the reports, so it's always nice to feel in the loop about things too. And it is a great community too. I know all the people.
thank you.
A shout out to the Patreon Discord community because y'all are actually pretty cool.
Hey, it was good on you, by the way, also of following up with us, because this could have so easily just slipped by as like, oh, lost track on the calendar. And you were really good about like touching base with me repeatedly. So even though we had like a busy year, you had a busy year, like here we are, we're still doing it. So
yeah,
I think that's worth a round of applause right here.
Thank you. And I think it was my dumb decision because I think I first reached out to you. I think while you were making either Shadows of Agony or Taking Back Fairs, but like somewhere in the first Nights of Freddy's, I was like, well, that's a stupid move. But like like it was easy to work something out because I figured it would probably take a while to work something out. That's why I reached out so early.
Well, thank you for the patience. I appreciate it.
Of course. And I guess I'll just end off with this last final question.
Sure.
What are your, if you could envision how the ideal future for RE would be, this could be in terms of maybe dream musicals you'd like to make, maybe something that wouldn't do well on the channel, but like something that you want to make, or just what you want the channel to be in 5 years' time, or in another 14 years. What would you want? Like, what's your dream vision?
Nate, you got a dream vision for
dream vision.
what would be good for Random Encounters' future?
To still exist. It would be nice if, I'm not dreaming any big, musical ideas. I don't have anything. I'm pretty happy making stuff based on what people want. I don't have anything that I'm deeply attached to. There's like, I need to see this as a musical. But I just want us to, enjoy the projects we make and actually have the work pay off. That's kind of my dream is, I want I want Dandy to do well when it comes out, and I want, the rest of the projects to do well. So
That's fair.
that's about all I got.
Would you like Eloise to get to be in more musicals?
Yes, Eloise, would love to be in more
Maybe
musicals.
she could do more of the girl
she
parts
showed
and
up
do a
briefly
me
in
the dress.
the second Liars Bar song we did as Cupcake. She loved it. She loves to sing. She likes doing visual effects, even if, on First Nights at Freddy's it was
Not fun.
tight schedule, headache,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff to do, but she still enjoys it. She likes learning new tricks and how to do things, and she likes making stuff as well. So having her be more involved when she gets here,
Yeah.
next month would be great. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like I know how to answer this other than like I have so many great memories of really, really fun musicals to work on. Like all the underrated ones that we mentioned are also some of my favorite ones to have worked on. I loved Amazing Danger. I loved Trombone Champ. I loved the Fruit Ninja and Arms of Fighter. Like all of them were so much fun behind scenes as well. I think my dream future is that we get that feeling while filming just constantly. And that we have the community still growing and new people coming in every day and really good energy there, which is I think what lets us have that feeling behind the scenes is the excitement and the positivity on the other side.
This might sound kind of like contemplative and sappy or whatever, but like all things come to an end. And, you know, especially as we're watching other YouTubers retiring a lot more at this point.
They can do that?
Apparently. They can.
Well, I hear some of them are faking their retirement stuff. So,
You can't be too sure anymore.
Can't be too sure before
who's
you go
got an ARG
commenting
and who's
saying,
actually.
I'm sorry to see you go. You gotta.
But yeah, it's definitely put the world in a different space for me because I love this job. So a really simple thing is I would like to be doing it much, much longer. But, you know, we're not going to be in control of that always. So I'm just grateful to do it kind of as many months as I can. Every month I get to make a musical is another great month in some ways.
Woo!
You wouldn't know, by the way, I act behind the scenes here, being like, oh, this render is messed, oh, this whatever, oh, what's this email?
Yeah, but, you know, you always put it in perspective of, you know, the problems we face on this job are still better than the... At least I'm not, like, up at 4 in the morning so I can get on the highway to Los Angeles for 2 hours and sit in traffic and then be at some job that they don't value me and I kind of am just there.
Yeah, well, I was describing to my parents that if I go back and work in the film industry again, right, I will get no say about what the script is or who the actors are or how we film the scene or, you know, what kind of stuff happens in the scene or, you know, like, you're just kind of, this is it, do it. And that's you're a small piece in a big puzzle. That's what the puzzle looks like. Do it. On Random Encounters here, or honestly just on YouTube, for, you know, your channel, our channel, anybody's channel, you get to make those calls. It's your channel, and it's really nice. It's your community. So what you feel like is the right thing, you get to do, and that's such a beautiful thing. So really, I'd love to be here still in 5 or 10 years. I'd love to be at conventions again going forward and doing meetups again. Because the pandemic really kicked the air out of us. We got around to very few conventions ever since 2020, made very few meetups, and we had so many plans going into 2020. It just really kicked us in the shins. So if I got to envision a future, I'd like to imagine a Random Encounters that is bigger, has new people working on it, acting in it. I would love to be more flexible with when videos come out. That work-life balance idea that doesn't really exist, but you want it to. It'd be really cool to feel secure and going, I'm going to upload when the video's done rather than setting a date and going, the video will be done by that date. I don't like working that way, but it is kind of the algorithmically favorable way to work at this point, it seems. But yeah, when I was like much younger on this channel, the goal was get 100,000 subscribers, right? That was all. I remember telling somebody, I'll be generally happy most days if I have 100,000 subscribers, because that means the channel is doing well, I can feel confident, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, well, I really want 1 million subscribers, and, you know, like, it never ends. So in a funny way, walking it all back and going, I just like the job, and I'd like to keep it, please.
I feel like
it's good.
There's a certain level of, you know, you're talking about subscribers and stuff.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like, I don't necessarily feel like it's not that I want more subscribers. I mean, more subscribers are great. We always want more subscribers. But I just want the 4.5 million that we have to actually get notified and shown the video and show up.
Yeah.
Because if 4.5 million views was like what we got on like everything we released, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Like, you know, the fact that you have that many subscribers, but YouTube doesn't care to tell them half the time. You know, we probably got a good chunk, like you said earlier, that are subscribed, but they probably don't know we made a FNAF movie because YouTube was like, oh.
That doesn't sound appealing to them. They wouldn't want to know about that. Yeah. So that's, in a really simple way, I just want to keep doing this job and feeling secure to keep doing this job. And that is, you know, YouTube, the system, your self-doubt, that all fights against it. And it's really hard to sometimes like see through all that haze in your face and go, but do I still like making these videos? And if you can recapture that and if you can find the means to keep doing it, I think that's really what I want. So I hope I can keep doing that.
Oh, I love that answer. That was so beautiful. That's a beautiful finish.
I've been thinking about it an awful lot. I'm glad you like it because there's a lot of thought gone into it.
Oh, perfect. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. I guess just the last thing, and this is a humble request that you can totally deny if you want, because people hear me give outros all the time on my channel, and maybe I figured, as a little FNAF musical fanboy in me, I was wondering if Bonnie Bunny would be willing to do a little outro and send off, and maybe we do a little beard salute to finish off the video.
I would love to do that. That'd be so much fun.
Thank you, Zach, for having us so much. We had a lot of fun getting to talk together, and we hope everybody subscribes to ZakPak's channel here, and maybe go subscribe to Random Encounters and check out that First Nights at Freddy's movie if you haven't seen it. Most people haven't, I think, but who knows? Maybe you'll like it. And we will see you in another video. Beard salute! Woo!